and welcome back to another Blowing Smoke podcast. I'm your host, Roland, with my two co-hosts, Ricky and Trent. And today we got another fun one for you guys. We're going to go over our predictions for next year with NFL Power Rankings, talk a little bit basketball, go over the MLB Lockout just for a split second. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to spend some good time writing up these power rankings, and I think for the most part we've had some. It's very similar. Just ironically, we didn't really discuss each other's power rankings, but then there's also some stuff that I think all three of us have had that will kind of be interesting and to the other two.
Yeah.
First off, before we start, I'd just like to welcome everyone to episode 5.
Oh.
We are
Ooh,
five
five.
episodes into this here.
it's sort of. This is the fourth episode that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
The first one is kind of like a
The ghost episode.
yeah. Maybe one day we'll release it, but
We'll release the first episode at 100 subscribers.
Ooh, I like that.
yeah, it's a pretty poor episode. To be honest with you, I don't even remember what we talked about.
Yeah, you guys
Was
are
it
gonna make fun of it, but it doesn't
Was it the
matter.
wild card round?
I honestly don't
Did
even
you
remember.
talk about the wild card round with us, Ron?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
So
wasn't
I think
here
it's,
for that
I
one.
think it's the wild card round of this year
You guys didn't miss much, but
No.
100 subscribers and we'll drop it.
for sure.
All right, so what we're gonna
that's-
do?
That's an incentive.
Hell yeah. What we're gonna do is go over our bottom 5 teams, top 5 teams, and then just kind of go from there. That sound good?
Just
So-
speak about some stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
So this is what we think is like the end of the next year is going to look like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as of right now.
As of right
So-
now, this time next year, what we think.
The draft may change some things. Free agency might change some
Yep,
things, but
yep.
we could also just do like an updated one in like a segment on one of our shows, or we
Yeah.
can do like you guys will either see a special episode coming out. Either it's already came out or it's coming out soon, where we just kind of gave a little 30-minute thing on our awards for the season. So maybe we'll after free agency or after the draft, we'll release an updated power rankings, and we could even do like every week like a quick power ranking update. We'll keep up
Yeah.
on those.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll put together like an Excel spreadsheet or something like that of each of our lists to kind of really keep track of it, and we'll post that on our Twitter. Don't forget to follow Blow and Smoke Podcast on Twitter.
Plug.
But yeah, definitely every week or every couple weeks we can update things because I'm sure these lists are going to change
Oh,
before
absolutely.
the season starts because there's probably still a lot of movement to
Oh,
be
I
had.
Yeah.
guarantee
Draft
that.
and free agency.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to come. I'm sure wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, that team's going to move up.
That's gonna change
Well,
my Green
I
Bay
guess-
pick for sure.
I guess one thing we could do to start everyone's favorite part of the list, the
Bottom
Ooh,
five.
bottom
Start at number
five.
32.
The bottom 5.
right,
Episode 5, bottom 5.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. Well, you got the good.
Start with
you got the
number-
good-
Time, man. It's just,
Yeah, I
Number
like that.
32. Who you got, Trent? Number 32.
Yeah.
Ooh, number 32, I have the Jets of New York. Zach Wilson is not an answer.
Yeah.
Just
And-
quick. Even though we're not going to really do this, but what do you think the record's going to be?
we are in the process of figuring out how we're going to do what each team's going to finish. We're kind of trying to work out like a math thing, but record 2-15.
Yeah. I
2-15.
Yeah.
And one of their wins is going to be against a crap team, and one of their wins is going to be against a good team.
Yeah, like the Mike White.
They always
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Mike White
every
Bengals
year
game.
They
They're
have
going to
one.
beat like a random good team
Yeah.
again.
They always
Yeah.
do it.
It's going to throw everything out of
All right, Roland, who you got? Number
I got
32.
the Texans, man.
Texans?
I don't see them winning a game right now with
But what
the,
if Deshaun Watson's there?
I don't think he'll play for them ever again.
No,
I don't think
I'm
there's a
pretty
chance.
sure he's gone on record saying he will never play for
Yeah,
them
I
again.
don't and that I mean David Mills or
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. He's promising, but they have nothing.
Yeah, a
One good
little,
solution
little.
for you rolling with the Vikings is he wants to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, and
Minnesota.
If Deshaun Watson goes to Minnesota, it's going to be an interesting couple of years.
Yeah, I think Minnesota will finally have a good reign in
Oh,
the NFC
yeah.
North.
Oh yeah.
I have the Houston Texans not last, but I have them in my bottom 5.
Yeah.
But my dead last team is the New York Giants.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Fun fact, the New York Giants are the only team in the NFL to not have a winning record at any point in the season since 2017.
Ooh.
There's not been 1 point since 2017. The New York Giants have had a above 500 record.
Didn't they go to the playoffs in 2016 too?
Maybe, probably.
Dude, it's that boat picture.
But regardless, they have not had a
That's
winning
crazy.
record at any point, so they haven't even been 1-0. So that means the last 5 years they've lost their opener,
Huh.
and then
Wow.
there's not but 1 point in. So, they have not gotten any better. Dino Jones is unfortunately not the answer, but I think they're going to try him again. Because who else are they going to get? The quarterback class this year is pretty weak.
Oof.
Granted, they do have a couple picks, I think, in the top 10, which might help them, but I don't think they get more than 2 wins this year.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
I
they're
guess-
going to be a lot of like 2 and 3 win teams this year. Honestly,
I guess I'll tee off of that because my number 31 on my list currently is the New York Giants.
Ah,
So
yes,
kinda-
the the MetLife Stadium kind of
the
had some
MetLife
bad.
Stadium curse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly,
It's
man.
not. It's not even in New York. It's in New Jersey.
Just a heads up for everybody. Me and Ricky's lists are going to be like eerily similar. Like not exactly, but they're pretty damn close.
They have an odd connection, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're
no
very
no
close.
discussion about these lists.
Yeah.
So I got
So-
the Jags at 31 for the simple fact, just like the Texans. I think from 25 to 32, they're all interchangeable. I think all of them need a lot of help that can't be solved in one off season. So I just think the Jags are
Jacksonville at 31.
worse off than most of them.
Wait, who my 31
Who
is?
you have at 31?
So, my 31 is actually the New Orleans Saints. They,
Whoa.
yeah, it's probably a little low for everybody.
Worse.
However, I'd like to reiterate on how their team is right now just in shambles.
You're right.
They lost Drew Brees
Yep.
2 years ago, and their cap situation is horrendous.
Horrible.
They just lost their head coach, and their starting quarterback is potentially Jameis Winston, who's coming off an ACL tear.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games won last year, but it wasn't a lot. Granted, Jameis Winston was out. But their team is just like we've always been saying. This is the year the Saints are bad. This is the year the Saints are bad. This is the year, but like
This
now
is the
it
year.
is. If they're not bad, I'll jump in a freezing cold lake. I don't know.
Worse than the New York Jets, bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
1000%.
Wow.
And I
that
think
is-
they're in a
that-
worse
that's-
spot,
See,
too.
see.
that's
Here's the
bad.
thing: the Jets, they have a sliver of hope of having a future.
Yeah, exactly.
The Saints have no future.
That's
Alvin
exactly what I was
Kamara's
going to say.
not a sliver.
No,
That
not at all.
No,
Not enough.
because I want to say he's like, is this his contract year
Yeah,
or
he's
like,
gonna
but
be
like,
leaving.
but regardless, like they have that, but literally, I don't. Their team is just they have.
I completely agree.
Where's the upside? Where they lost their had they even signed a new head coach?
I don't think so.
Like it's just their team is not in a good place right now, and I just don't see them getting. I mean, granted, they might be a little bit higher towards the end of the season, but right now, I don't see any reason why the New Orleans Saints win more than 4 games.
I honestly agree.
Well, so I guess my 30th is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the shit, and I don't think he's going to become it. I think now.
No, I
I don't think Urban Meyer was going to be the coach to take him anyway.
Big Urban
Did-
man.
But I don't think the Jaguars
who took the head coach spot there?
I don't even know.
They're going to
Was Doug Peterson that's their head coach now?
that sounds right.
I know he
I'm
got
not gonna
signed
quote
somewhere, but I can't remember. I want to say it was the Jags.
Yeah. Who do you guys have at 30?
I got the Panthers. Because,
Interesting.
Oh.
I mean, they have a decent receiving core. And there are more upsides to the Panthers than I would say my next 2 teams in the bottom half. But I just have no faith. I'm just
Yeah,
going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I have Panthers
honestly.
pretty low too.
There's move up potential there.
Yeah, they're not riddled with cap issues, and I mean there's a chance to build. Obviously, if Christian McCaffrey comes back healthy
Yeah, it
and
won't
does
happen.
his thing, but I can't. No,
I really
it
hate
won't
where
happen.
I put
I have no
Carolina
faith.
on my list now because of that.
Yeah,
I have Carolina on the outside of the top 5 looking in. They're at 27.
yeah.
But at number 29, I have the New York Jets.
Wait,
Oh no,
who's your-
sorry.
Who's your 30?
My 30. Yeah, I skipped 30. 30 is Jacksonville as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they beat New Orleans, and I think they beat the Giants.
Oh.
They also have some promising future, if somewhat. They have Trevor Lawrence. They get
James
Travis.
Robinson.
Yeah, they get Travis Etienne
Yeah.
back. He didn't even play last year. DJ Chark. They have a decently promising
and
future.
they have a lot of cap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. They have a whole lot of cap.
Exactly.
If they can convince some couple guys to come in, I can see them winning like 5 games.
Yeah.
They could
Even though they only won 2 last year, 3.
Yeah.
I think so.
But yeah, so I guess now that I kind of already spoiled it, I'll just bounce back into the 29 here, and I have the Jets. They had some pretty good wins last year. They beat the
No, they
Titans.
did,
They beat
yeah.
the Titans and they beat the Bengals. 2
Mhm.
teams that were made deep play. I mean, obviously it doesn't really matter that they beat them because obviously
Just
the
one-off
Jets still won
games.
4 games or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think once again, what these bottom teams, the reason why I rank them above other bottom teams is the potential of future they have. The Jets also, I think, have a couple picks in the top 10. So I just think with those picks, with the young quarterback,
Yeah, I think they have like
with
4
with a
and
with
10,
with yeah with a young running back and Michael Carter, with a young receiver and Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of young pieces, and once they get them put together, I think they can make they're better than the other 3 teams.
Yeah. Okay. So at 29, I got the Giants. Like Ricky said, Daniel Jones is not the guy.
They have no future.
Yeah, and I've been hearing trade rumors for Saquon, and once he's gone,
Yeah, the only
it's
bright spot is
over.
Saquon, and then I guess Kadarius Toney.
and then
But but he only had like one
he had like
really
a
good
couple
game.
good games. Like, and there's a future for him.
Kenny Galladay was awful. He didn't have a touchdown
He was-
last year.
Oh, I had him on my fantasy team for a couple weeks.
Ooh.
trust
Yeah,
me.
it's
Yeah,
bad. And then I mean, on the defensive side, Jabril Peppers.
He hasn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get the Michigan fandom, but
No,
he's not
I mean,
yeah.
he had no. Jabril Peppers.
I mean, he was good enough to be in the Odell trade.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well, my number,
but that's how they have.
my number 29 is the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
And that's assuming Deshaun Watson's gone. I think even if he's there, it's not gonna make much of a difference.
If
won't
he's
play.
there, I don't think he breaks.
I don't think that.
I don't know. I don't know if they
changes
break like
anything for
20.
me.
I don't know if they break 20.
Top 20, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, even if he's there, I don't think that changes anything for me. 'Cause I think even if he's there, is he even like allowed to play?
We don't know.
With all the allegations and stuff.
I make these lists with some assumptions,
It's bad,
like Deshaun
yeah.
Watson not playing.
Yeah.
I made this list with the assumption that Aaron Rodgers isn't back. So yeah.
Well, who do you guys have at? Oh, wait, I guess we already talked about it. So who do you have at 28? I guess kind of
28.
rounding out the
I got
bottom five.
I got the Bears at 28. I
Ooh,
know.
Fuck.
And,
I mean, to be fair,
Okay.
I don't have the Bears much higher. I have them at 25.
yeah. So for my thing with the Bears is they need either start Fields or start.
Don't tell me you have the Bears inside the top 20.
No, hell no.
Okay,
No.
okay.
Dude, I have the Bears below Carolina.
Okay.
I have the
Which
Wow.
I have
Well,
the Bears.
Because it's CMC.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's
Fair
okay,
enough.
so-
Fair enough. Okay, wait 1 second. For my Bears,
Yeah,
thing,
Bears. Yeah.
the
Talk about
one
Yeah,
like
deliver
the
your Bears slander.
no. The one shed of light I will say on the Bears is Allen Robinson pulls his head out of his ass, and Darnell Mooney continues to
Money
cook
Mooney.
everybody. Darnell
Money
Mooney
with
is-
2 O's.
Oh my God, he is one of my favorite receivers right now.
He's good.
What he can do to any, I mean, he made Jalen Ramsey look dumb. I know it was a one-off play
They're
2 years ago, but just the fact
their backfield's pretty promising too. They
Yeah,
have Khalil
David
Herbert,
Montgomery.
yeah,
Dave Montgomery, Khalil
So-
Herbert, Tariq Cohen.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that defense that's whew,
Well, no, that's my thing as like a Bears fan. It's like if you're gonna give Fields, the faith, give him the faith.
right. But
Like,
they
how
also,
would you feel like if you're like, oh, hey, you're gonna be a franchise guy, but yeah, Andy Dalton's starting over you.
Well,
Deshaun
it's,
Watson, basically.
it's a bad situation because I remember before the season, Andy Dalton said he would only sign with a team that would start him.
Exactly.
So you can't
Yeah.
sign Andy Dalton and then trade up to draft a quarterback and then say you're going to ride the bench because then you're just like,
Why even lie?
yeah, why?
And
Yeah,
I
I mean-
like Andy
I
Dalton.
mean, you know what?
He's a good quarterback.
He's,
I mean,
he's,
I agree with what you're saying, but I think personally, especially as a Bears fan, I'm optimistic that it's only up from here.
Yeah,
New
I
head
think it
coach,
is.
new GM,
Yep.
young quarterback,
Right.
Very
A whole-
young
a whole-
team.
a whole
It's only
revamp.
up from here for the Bears, hopefully.
all
Hopefully.
right, so to wrap out our bottom 5, I have at 28 the Houston Texans. I don't know. I'm a big Davis Mills guy because like he had it wasn't
Promising.
he had some extremely horrendous games.
Yeah.
Not even lie, like some where he's like throwing 4 or 5 interceptions, but he was drafted in the 3rd round. I think it was like, you had whoever the last quarterback was drafted, Mac Jones, and then there was like all the way to Davis Mills, and he won 3 games this year.
With a really bad team.
Really bad. With
team.
Brandon, he made Brandon Cooks like look like when he's back on the Saints.
Exactly. Like Brandon Cooks.
Like
looked
Brandon,
good
like
again.
he. I mean, Brandon Cooks has always been good. I'm not,
mhm.
but like,
No slander.
but like on a team like the Texans, like he made him like very solid, and he won. He won 3 games.
yeah.
Well, so my number 28 is the Detroit Lions.
They're my
Ooh.
27.
I have 26.
And my thing is, it's just like the Lions won a couple games, but they haven't proven anything yet. They have a good draft position this year to do something.
Number
Yep.
2,
Yep.
Aiden Hutchinson.
2 first-round picks.
To
know.
granted, one's number 32,
Yeah, but
but
still, dude, it's better than.
It's exactly.
It's better than this.
Lamar
one
Jackson went at
first-rounder.
32.
well, but you gotta think about it, like I mean, but then they also have number 34 as well.
Yeah, 34.
Well,
exactly.
I guess my thing is like with the Lions are kind of like a similar situation like the Bears.
Yeah.
I think the Bears have
Yes.
a couple more pieces in place,
I agree.
but the Lions, it's all up. I mean,
I think
it's only up from here, but I think the Bears have a couple more pieces in play right now. Like that defense is a lot more put together.
I agree.
I think the one thing I'm just gonna speak on the Lions really quick because they're my 27th team. The Lions with the new head coach completely changed the culture.
It did.
That's the only reason I have them over the Bears for the simple fact that the Lions were losing games by record-breaking field goals, like losing the teams by
Yeah.
one possession.
Yeah,
like,
we almost beat
with
the Ravens.
Jared Goff,
it was
like, our team is
very
not
close
good.
games.
Our team is not good, but like you could just see the culture shift, and it's only up.
I think if Jared Goff's out of there, I think it definitely changes things for.
But
Yeah.
they can't get.
There's no one.
He's got too much. Well, one, there's nobody.
There's too
and
much invested.
Two, there's
Yeah.
too much
He had
money on his
Sam
contract.
Stafford
You can't move him
contract,
without
basically.
blowing.
Exactly.
Yeah, blowing the
everything
cap.
else. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
I mean, Jared Goff is bad, but maybe.
yeah, so I guess we'll jump right into our top 5. But I think
Well,
we should all start at number 5.
Well, wait.
I
Do we
agree.
want to do some surprises going through?
Well,
the list
I was gonna do it after. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes
I
sense.
guess just kind of working up. I guess to kind of keep.
Okay,
that
yeah.
trend
So
going.
I guess I'll start off with some of the. So
Just
like
highlight.
just a couple like right outside the bottom 5. Like I said, I got Carolina like going up. Carolina at 27, and then Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, and then I guess some surprising ones. I have Green Bay at 17. However, I made this in regards of Aaron Rodgers not being there. If he's there, I say they jump back into like the top 8 or so.
Probably.
I have Miami at 14.
I mean,
I think I think it might be a little high just because they have a new head coach.
I have the
and
Dolphins at 16.
I also have them at 16.
yeah, so I think it might be a little high. I have San Fran at 6. I think that might be one that you guys don't have nearly.
I have them at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying? What do you got San Fran at?
Number 6.
Oh,
wow.
okay. Like,
Oh, wow.
I think if San Francisco moves on from Jimmy Garoppolo, I think they have the pieces. To
yeah,
beat
yeah, they
the
sure,
definitely,
Bears.
yeah.
for
So
sure.
I thought that might be a little bit of a surprise one. Anything else that stands out to me? I have Tennessee at 13,
That's
maybe.
right, Tennessee.
I have them at 7.
I have Atlanta. See, when I was making these lists, I first put out all the divisions, and I have every division kind of like how I think it's going to shuffle out. And I have the NFC South. Oh, sorry, NFC South with as it's. I think it's going to be the worst division in football this year.
Yeah, 100%.
Where do you have Atlanta at?
I've landed granted, I have them first in their division, but I have them at number 19.
Okay.
I have Atlanta at
I agree with
25.
that.
So I have.
So you have the Bucks in the 20s?
Oh no, sorry. I put Tampa Bay in front of Atlanta because I think even though Atlanta might have a better record, Tampa Bay might be a better team. It's kind of hard to predict because
yeah,
like
it's power ranking based.
Exactly.
It's not record.
Exactly.
because we don't know who the replacement for Tom Brady is yet.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think Jameis might go back.
That's what I've heard too, but I don't believe it. So like yeah, so like I think Atlanta, like Tampa Bay's the highest team. Like I don't have them winning the division, but I have them at 16. But it's kind of hard to put them anywhere because of time. Look, the reason I have them above Atlanta is because their team is still very good.
Yeah, if they come
Like
back.
they literally
yeah.
all they've lost. Oh no, that's true. Ali
Gronk.
Marpet just did retire.
Well,
Yep.
they lost Tom Brady,
Gronk.
And
Gronk,
well, they're all
Jason
free.
Pierre
They're all
Paul,
free agents.
Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. So
Potentially.
so like it's hard to kind of put a number on them. But
yeah,
I
they're
think
really up in the air right now.
outside of that, I don't think I have very many surprises or interesting picks.
I think my only one would be the Browns at 24 because I fucking hate Baker.
I have the Browns at 24 as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, so,
There's a like Baker's just if they had like any other quarterback, I think they'd be in like the top 15. But
Especially if they didn't
Baker
get rid of
Mayfield
Odell.
is. I mean, granted, he played hurt last year. I think we talked
He
about
did,
him a
yep.
lot. We've talked about him a lot on the show, I think. But yeah, I don't see Cleveland. I see Cleveland last in the division. I have them last, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Well, so my thing is, I guess going up the list, the first thing I want to highlight is I have Denver at 20, but that's assuming that Aaron Rodgers doesn't.
I have Denver at 21.
I also have Denver at 20,
So I-
assuming he doesn't
so
go there.
I have Pittsburgh at 19 and Denver at 20, but that's definitely going to change after. We'll probably do another list after the draft. I would assume Aaron Rodgers is going to be.
Is it draft then free agency?
It's kind of
No, free agency opens up
yeah.
in like 2 weeks.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll definitely do a post.
Draft.
We won't
post
do.
free
We probably won't do a post free agency, but we'll do a post
Post-draft.
draft power rankings on the show.
Yeah.
And I think like throughout the seasons we'll give our pick'ems,
Yeah.
and then we will update we'll have a spreadsheet. We'll update that on our Twitter.
Well, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll do like a post draft because then we'll probably know some free agent landings.
Yeah.
And then we'll do like a preseason, and then we'll do
Yeah.
and we can keep track of our pick'ems. Maybe not pick every game, but like some big games.
Yeah, of course.
Because like we don't want to pick like Jacksonville, Houston. Like who cares?
No, I mean I think it'd be fun to do a pick'em every week, and then whoever has the worst record at the end of the season, I think we make them do something
Yeah, it has
funny.
to do something. I like
Well,
that.
okay,
I
I agree with
can
that.
go with that. I like
Yeah,
that.
no, I agree with that. Yeah, we do a pick'em.
And
And
the
then-
biggest loser,
We'll only talk about certain games on the show.
but
though,
we'll
so
do
we're
a pick'em every week.
Yeah.
So we're not boring everyone to death talking about all 16 games
Yeah.
in a week.
All right.
But anyway.
That's fair.
So
But then
going
move-
into your top 5, Trent, who do you got at 5?
Well, so moving up the list for me though, I have Indianapolis at 18, and then and then Tampa Bay at 17.
You have Indy at
Assuming Carson Wentz stays as a quarterback.
You have Indy in the double
You
digits.
think Carson Wentz is that bad?
Yeah.
I have Indy at 8.
I
don't
think 6.
I don't think Jonathan Taylor is.
I think
he's
that's one of
good.
the best O-lines of all time.
I think he's good, but I don't think he's that good to pull them off. I don't know.
I don't know if they're borderline. I don't know if I can put 17 teams in front of Indianapolis.
Exactly.
That's
Just
bizarre.
the talent.
This list can change. There's still plenty of time.
That's true. This is a very far-fetched list.
This isn't a.
Considering the season ended
Like
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
These are our personal.
True.
Personal
Yeah,
power
but
rankings. This
that
is
was that was definitely a shocker.
But then I have Arizona at 14,
Oh wow.
and I have Tennessee at 13.
I have Tennessee at 13 as well, but I have Arizona a little bit higher than them at 11.
And then my only other big one, I guess moving. Well, I guess we're about to talk about our top 5, but I'll give my borderline top 5.
Okay.
And you guys can give yours.
We'll list like the top.
I'm not gonna label out everybody, but so I guess a big one, Green Bay at 10.
Yep, me too.
I'm kind of starting to believe that Rodgers is going to be back in Green Bay,
That's
or he's
what
just
I'm
going to
thinking.
retire.
Yeah.
But again, this is going to change once free agency starts because wherever he goes. And then I have Cincinnati at 9.
Whoa.
I pushed Cincinnati a little low.
That's a little.
And then obviously we talked about this earlier, but a borderline top 5 team. I have San Francisco at 6.
I can see it.
Yeah,
what
so
are your guys' like?
from
the top 10.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, I'm just gonna list 10 to 6 real quick. Dallas at 10, New England at 9, Indy at 8, Baltimore at 7, and then San Fran at 6.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so for my top 10, assuming Aaron Rodgers goes back to Green Bay, they're there. That's also assuming Devontae Adams goes back, because I think if they lose Devontae Adams, it's going to take a lot more than Aaron Rodgers to make them successful.
I think if they lose Devontae Adams, they also lose Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. So it's
it's a 2-pick.
Green Bay is very volatile right now. And then I got the Cowboys at 9, Chargers at 8, Titans at 7, and the Colts at 6. They're all interchangeable, honestly, but I think the Cowboys are the only one that like lower top 9 I have met that could possibly be a top 5 team if they got their shit together.
I'm actually on the opposite. I think the Dallas can easily drop.
Well, yeah,
because they play in the NFC least, man. It can't. But now it looks like the NFC South is going to be the laughing stock of the league.
Depends on if Zeke wants to run the ball or not. If Zeke wants to be Zeke again, then that Cowboys team's unstoppable.
I am just curious, before we do our top 5, curious about one team. Where do you guys have Seattle at?
22.
I have them at 20.
Okay, I have Seattle at 21.
And their weak defense.
And the thing is I have Seattle at 20 with Russ.
That's my thing too. I think even if I think it's worse for Seattle if Russell Wilson comes back.
No, I don't agree with that.
Not even close.
But if they lose Russ, I see him dropping down to like 26.
Okay, I guess maybe for not the team, but like
I'm 99% positive.
Because they're starting to blame everything on Russ,
which is bad for the fans.
I guess I mean it's more bad for the team.
Football is a team sport.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they're blaming Russ for the struggles.
If they lose Russ, I can see the Seattle dropping from my list down from 20, probably down to like right below Detroit.
I mean, they can drop down to 32.
I think a Russell Wilson less Seahawks loses to the Detroit Lions.
Oh, 100%. They have 3 good players on the team then.
If Russell Wilson goes,
and 2 of them are receivers.
Yeah, and 2 of them are receivers. And the other one's a fucking blitzing safety.
Yeah.
Seahawks
also my favorite defender.
Seahawks are 25 and below if Russell Wilson.
Yeah, 100. They might not win a game without.
I was just curious.
I don't know about that.
What you guys thought about where they were?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go on the top 5 here. We're gonna start number 5. I have the team that should have made the playoffs. If the Raiders just decided to take a knee and the Chargers not to take a timeout, I have the LA Chargers at number 5. Justin Herbert is an animal. People doubted him. I'd say he's the best. There's been a debate of Herbert or Burrow being the best QB in the draft class. I'm taking Herbert every time.
Me too.
I think just because the Burrow made the Super Bowl, I think they're trying to Burrow's in the Super Bowl, so he's better. No, I think Justin Herbert is a much better quarterback than Joe Burrow. No slander Joe Burrow. He's still amazing. He's still top. I don't even want.
They're close.
I don't want to give a number.
Herbert.
They're very close. But I'll take Justin Herbert any day.
If Herbert had that Bengals offense, it wouldn't have been a Rams Super Bowl win.
Who do you have at number 5, Roland?
I got the Ravens.
The Ravens?
I think they're one piece away from being the best team in the league, honestly.
What's that piece?
A receiver. I think Lamar needs a true receiver. He has Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown, but Hollywood Brown's proven he's not the guy. So
Antonio Brown is ready to sign.
I don't care what you say about Antonio Brown. The Bucks made a horrible decision if you know he's the prima donna.
Dude, he's a pain in the ass. But
Right.
He could change your receiving.
That's what I'm
core.
saying.
Agreed.
You just
He's a pain in
Bruce
the ass.
Antonio Brown doesn't want to play. You let him sit down. Why even try to force the guy? You know he's
Playing
gonna
the
do some dumb
Jets.
shit.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, yeah. Oh yeah. I think so. I'll tell you where I have the Ravens at. They're in my top 5, but at number 5 I have the Chargers.
yeah,
I think Herbert is the next I think what's it called?
Wow, so you're telling me you have a playoff team, or you have the Ravens inside the top 4, even though they didn't make the playoffs last
Just
year?
wait for it. Just wait for it.
Just-
This is
I'm
what I
just-
think's
let
gonna
me-
happen
let
next
me-
year.
let me-
All right.
Coming into next year. Well, anyway, I think Herbert is the real deal.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, and Burrow went to the Super Bowl, so now he has that on his resume. Because
course.
Herbert's never been to the playoffs, has he?
I don't think so.
No,
Well,
because the Chargers didn't go last
to be
year.
fair, he's only been in the league for 2 years.
The hard thing is like,
And they weren't even expecting him to play last year.
That's the crazy part. Yeah.
the big thing is like the AFC West is becoming one of those better divisions with the Chiefs and the Raiders, so they're in
Yeah.
a tough division.
They are.
But I think the Chargers definitely are one of those teams that maybe kind of
Yeah.
sends up there a little bit. And I think they're kind of like a Ravens situation where they kind of just need a piece.
Yeah, I agree.
But I guess while we're on the Ravens, I have the Ravens at number 4.
And I think there's a lot of good receivers signing. Like
And-
if you can somehow convince I'm just dreaming here, but if you could somehow convince Devontae Adams to come play with you,
Or I mean, even Chris Godwin.
yeah, Chris Godwin is
God
amazing
God.
as well.
I think the Ravens, coming into it, like power ranking wise, could be easily a top 5 team. And yeah, they missed the playoffs, which is kind of shocking because the AFC North was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The
But,
Steelers
like,
made it.
I think I'm kind of in the same opinion as Roland. They're 1 or 2 pieces away from really maybe being that team.
Yeah.
But also a big thing they need to work on is the defense.
Agreed.
Because, yeah, maybe Lamar can scramble and put up points, but when your defense lets up just as many, you're not going to win games.
Well, I mean, what's it called? The Chiefs and Bills kind of proved that you don't need a defense to get to the Super
all
to
you
the Super
need
Bowl.
to do is
So
have
I
a
mean,
gunslinger
I will,
quarterback.
Yeah.
I just-
for sure.
I mean, Lamar's had his playoff struggles, but
I wouldn't even blame those on Lamar. And Lamar has proven year and year again that he is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league just from his dual threat capability, and he's only becoming a better passer. I mean, through the first 8 weeks of this year, he was having a better year than his MVP season, and no one was talking about it.
I just think, I don't know. I think Lamar,
I think
it's
he's the
just
best
so
quarterback
hard
out of
to-
that class.
he's just been so wishy-washy in his couple years in the NFL. Either he's
Plus
like an MVP,
Wishy-washy.
Wait, wasn't Lamar?
And Patrick, same class.
And you said he was the best quarterback of that draft
Yes,
class?
but I would take Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes every day of the week.
Okay, anyway, but Lamar.
All right,
Lamar's
moving on.
been-
I'm going to my top 4.
Lamar's
I'm
been,
going number 4
Lamar's
here.
been a very wishy-washy quarterback. and
Wishy-washy.
Hopefully they can kind of
He could have won
figure that out.
3 MVPs by now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move to my number 4. I was just talking about the Herbert and Burrow debate, and I have the Bengals above the Chargers at number 4 for one reason alone. This team is proved that they're Super Bowl ready,
Yep.
and they are missing 5 pieces, but they all play on the offensive line. So the goal for the Bengals is they're going to call every single O-line free agent and
Hell
say,
yeah, they
hey,
are.
our quarterback just got sacked 7 times in the Super Bowl, but we went to the Super Bowl with a line that allowed 7 sacks.
Exactly.
You come here, we will go back and be better.
Yes.
And I think they're just going to they're going to use every single lick of their cats because they don't really need much else.
No.
Maybe a corner.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
would help. That
But
would
like
help.
they're going to call every single O-lineman that's in free agency say,
Yeah,
hey,
much more important.
we proved that we can get there and we can be even better. So
I
come
agree.
play for us, and I think they're just going to devote their whole entire offseason to getting O-linemen. And I think if they do that, they're back to Super Bowl. No doubt.
I'm gonna preference my top 4 as being all interchangeable. Now that I'm looking at it again, I have the Bills at 4, but like that could obviously, they could be the number 1 team. It's if Josh
offense-
Allen,
their offense is so
that
good.
offense is
Their
insane. And
defense is solid.
insane. If the Tre'Davious White comes back and has a good year, I mean, there's no stopping that Bills team if they want to win it.
The Bills are like, they're a top 5 team, but the funny thing is with the Bills, it's like it's only up.
Yeah,
they're still, yeah.
They play so hard every single.
Yeah.
Besides,
You're-
I don't want to talk about the Jacksonville game, but they play so hard. Josh Allen plays his heart out every single game.
Yeah.
The best example, obviously, the KC game, and then the game where they played the Bucks and they were down to like 3 scores, and Josh Allen was he got hurt. He was running. He was passing. He was
Everything.
playing perfect football, And I love I need to buy a Josh Allen jersey. I've been a
He's
Bill.
awesome.
I've mentioned on the show before. I've been a Bills fan for a very long time. I mean, not a long time, but like I'm only 21, so I guess for like the better half of my life.
Long enough.
Ever since I started working football, I've liked the Lions and the Bills.
Yeah.
And that was back when they had Kyle Orton and EJ Manuel, and I guess Tyler Taylor was a little highlight there. But like those like Cardale Jones, remember him?
Yeah.
He didn't even play. Like bad times. However, I'm ready for the future. I'm so happy that they're doing so well. And
oh yeah, they're making deep playoffs.
let's talk about the Bills.
For a long time.
Growing up a Tom Brady fan, I vividly remember Tom Brady throttling the Bills.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore, man.
Like
Bills played perfect football in the playoffs. 47 to whatever, doesn't even matter.
I mean,
you know what? We did our award show up before this, and that probably should have been my game of the year. Just because I love watching the Bills, and they smoked the Patriots. Yeah, that's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who do you have for, Roland?
You already said it.
Bills.
You did it before?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just transition into my 3, which is actually the Bills. So I guess it works. I kind of already given my spiel on the Bills. I was debating on whether to put them at 2 or 3. I think like Roland said, I'd say the top 3 are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
I don't think that looking at my 4 is Cincinnati and 5. I don't think they have the chance to be put at number 1. But I say the top 3 are all interchangeable for me because the Bills, if they are firing, they are not. I should say they're not losing, but they have a very high probability to win, and they can. Josh Allen can do it at any defense in the league. Doesn't matter.
So at my 3, I got KC, and like we've been saying, most teams only have up from here. I think personally, it's gonna be bad for KC in a couple years. I don't know how long this team's gonna want to stay together with. I mean, without Tyreek Hill, you take one of their offensive pieces away, and that team is a bottom half team. Like I don't know if Patrick Mahomes can make a guy like Pringle look like.
I think I get the Chiefs' position, like shelling out and giving Mahomes.
And they have no defense.
Giving Mahomes so much, but like, dude, and I will die on this hill. I think 8-year contracts are so stupid.
I thought it was a 10-year.
Okay, what?
Still, yeah.
Dude, anything like over 6 years is stupid in professional sports.
I just think that because it was so early.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like.
But look at the countless number of like baseball players that
but
sign
like
to,
you
these huge deals and then fizzle out.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta think like those really good players. Like I mean, I'm not looking at football right now, but like you're looking at. I don't know, like Dirk and Tim Duncan. I guess you can put Aaron Rodgers in conversation too. They were on the team the whole entire time, and they were just signing new contracts.
Well, that's very rare.
My thing is I'm not a professional sports GM. Like obviously none of us are. Like we've all ran our Madden franchises and all that crap.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like
lots of records.
You gotta think about like the pressure of a general manager too, when a fan base loves a player. It's like you gotta hold this guy.
But that's my thing with KC though. Is like I think. As long as that offense can stay together, but like how long? And they need a running back desperately. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not it. I mean,
could see Tyreek Hill moving on.
Yeah, or I could see Travis Kelce moving on if they.
No, I think Travis Kelce's gonna stay.
No, Travis Kelce's a Chief for life.
What I'm saying, but like either or like, and nothing against Patrick Mahomes, he's amazing. People call him the best quarterback of all time already. So I mean, I don't agree either.
Who are you talking to?
Well,
who do I need to?
Yeah, I know.
Go.
When you hear people on ESPN talking this.
I guess we'll move into my number 3 because I've talked about how I feel about Patrick Mahomes on here before, but my number 3 is actually the Rams. Now, here's my thing though. I'm looking at my list and I'm kind of second guessing it a little bit because I think I would rather maybe have them at 2.
Right.
But again, my top 3 is kind of interchangeable too, because it's all kind of a week by week thing depending on who wants to show up and play. But I have the Rams at 3, and the Rams, you know what? They shelled out to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And they did it. They don't have a first-round draft pick for another 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
you saw that. But you saw the shirt that he was wearing at the parade, right?
Yeah.
F them picks.
F them picks.
He don't care. They got a ring.
It worked
Hey,
out.
if someone approached me and said, if the Lions could cough up their next 6 years of first-round picks for Super Bowl, I would take it in a heartbeat.
100%.
10 years, 20 years, I would go without a first-round draft pick.
One
If
Super
I-
Bowl?
We haven't won.
yes.
since-
Super one
Yes,
Super Bowl?
yes. For once, I would give up 20 years of first round, like of ours. But we can obviously trade for others. But for I would give up the rights for our next 20 years of first round picks.
I'm not
The
even,
city of
Super Bowl.
Detroit
I'm not
would
even a
burn to the
Lions
ground.
fan, but like before I die, I hope to God.
Well, that's what my grandma
get to at
said, and
least see
she
one.
died a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what my dad said. He's 50. He
Yeah.
doesn't think it's gonna happen before he even goes.
Yeah, so
He-
I would
he's
give
worried
up
it's not
20.
gonna happen before he goes.
I would give up 20 years of first round draft picks.
But no, so I have the Rams at 3, and I think Odell Beckham's probably gonna go, just because.
I can make
he's
some
gonna
money.
Get paid somewhere a lot,
I don't know if someone's gonna.
but I mean,
Off
yeah,
that
well, he
ACL?
has a serious knee injury.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
like my thing is, I think he's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna get paid, and good for him. And I don't think OBJ is a huge missing piece, but I think easily the Rams could be.
Well, Robert Woods comes back next year. Don't forget about that.
I think easily the Rams could be number 1,
Yeah.
right up to the top. Like no doubt, no problems. But I got them at 3 right now because we just gotta see if this fire stays hot or if it,
It could fizzle out.
a lot can change in an off season.
That's true.
Correct.
That's
True.
true.
But
So
True.
at 2, I got the Bengals. Like I said, the top 4 could all be rearranged. But the Bengals, they have the offense. They need a corner, but the defense is okay. But like Ricky said, they need 5 pieces. But I don't think it'll necessarily be too expensive to get those 5 pieces. For the simple fact is, they don't need all-pro linemen. They just need
upgrades.
decent linemen.
Better, yeah.
And there's a lot of free agents sitting on the couch right now who would love to come play for that Bengals team. So I think the Bengals get 3 meh linemen, and they're back in it.
Oh,
Right.
boy.
So we all did number 3.
That was
That
my
was
number
Rollins
2.
too.
My number 2. How did I get ahead?
Oh, those are number 2.
What was your 3?
KC.
Yeah, you talked about them.
Oh, did you do your number 2?
No, I'll do my number 2 right now.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't done mine either.
And I think now I'm staring at this list, and I kind of want to change it, but we're all gonna stay loyal to our list for right now. And wait to change it till after the draft.
Fair enough.
My number 2 is Kansas City right now.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to go against Kansas City
It
because
is.
you know what? The Raiders, I don't think they're going to be the same team next year.
Mm-mm.
I think there's going to be a dramatic drop off next year for them.
Yeah.
Even though I have them in my top 10 right now because
I
I'd
got
love
them
to
at
see them be
15.
successful. Max Crosby,
Does-
that'd be awesome
wait,
to see them be successful.
Does that mean you have the Bills at number 1?
So,
Respect.
well, and
Respect.
so
Respect.
my thing is I think Kansas City, I think now their only competition in the AFC West is going to be the Chargers, and they've proven that they can handle the Chargers
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, they have.
For now.
For now.
So it's just hard to bet against KC because they just, whether they struggle a little bit or not, KC has that kind of.
You can't deny Patrick Mahomes.
It's so
man.
hard to deny Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I guess I'll let you guys give your number 2.
Okay.
I think
Well, he already
by-
gave his
yeah, I
number
already got
2.
I think by
Ricky?
process of elimination, we know my number 1.
I think we should probably know everyone's number 1 here.
Yeah.
So number 2, I have KC as well. And then I guess since we're already the cat's out of the bag, number 1 is the Rams. I'd like to put an asterisk. See, we've been talking about teams that are on the up and up. However, the Rams are in a situation to where they can easily go on the down and down.
Oh yeah.
They need to they need to do something. I mean, obviously, probably not the exact same, but they do something similar to Tampa Bay last year. Retain the majority of their core, and like Tampa Bay was, they'll be right back in it, and they'll just they should go back to the Super Bowl because then they'll have Von Miller for the whole season.
Yep.
They'll have OBJ for the full season.
Yep.
They got Robert Woods back,
Ooh.
Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Matt Stafford. They'll have Cam Akers next season, even though he did terrible in the Super Bowl, but that's besides the point. The run defense was immaculate.
Some of the best ever.
They'll have Cam Akers back, Robert Woods back with the team they already have, and if they just keep the majority of the pieces,
and they don't have to sign too many people.
they're walking right back to the Super Bowl.
And at my number 1, I also have the Rams. Obviously, a big Stafford guy here. But just like
Staff
Ricky
goat.
said, yeah, man. Just like Ricky said, the next 4 years, I would say 2026, the Rams are gonna be the 25th team in the league. Like they need to win at least one more Super Bowl for this. I don't even know what you would call it, experiment to work.
Have this all in.
They need to get Odell back, in my opinion. I think he will come back. I think he finally feels at home at a place like where he's actually respected and given the ball like he deserves.
I don't see why any player would want to leave a team they just won Super Bowl with.
Exactly. And then
Doesn't make any sense.
Not at all. But then they get Robert Woods back, who is a top 15 receiver when he's healthy. You get Cooper Kupp back, who you just run the triple.
Not even back. You just get him
Yeah,
again.
you just
You
have-
get him
you just-
again.
you just get Cooper Kupp.
You get him again.
And then Tyler Higbee isn't the worst tight end in the
He
world.
didn't even play in Super Bowl.
Exactly. So
I
he's
guess you
reliable.
kind of get him back, but like he's only missed one game.
Right.
But like
And
you
then-
get K-makers. Lots of people you're getting for a whole. Hopefully, knock on wood, you're getting them for the whole season
Yeah.
besides the half or however many. Like K-makers didn't play to the playoffs, and so like I think if this team is fully healthy coming in the next season,
It's
with
really
the team they
scary.
have now, they're a force to be reckoned
And,
with.
they roll teams. I think, especially if Aaron Donald comes back and they get Vaughn for a whole year, and the energy is the same. Because you could tell they were having fun. Like Von Miller and on the Broncos, that first half of the season wasn't doing shit. And then you seen his mood change. You got to the Rams. He was excited.
I think
And
I
then he
remember
looked
he's like
prime
he's
Von
like
Miller again.
he's like the Broncos record was like really bad at that point. He's
Yeah.
like I went to bed like 2-8 and I woke up and I was 8-2. This is
How could you not be
this is
happy, you know?
amazing.
And you get to play next to Aaron Donald. So I think if
Yeah.
Aaron Donald comes back,
Amazing.
that defense is going to be. Whoo-hoo.
Yeah. All right, so Trent, I already kind of spoiled who your number one was, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on why.
Well, my number one is the Minnesota Vikings. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
No, I'm
Kirk
just
Cousins
kidding.
is the best.
I'm just kidding. Fuck the Vikings. No, it's just Chicago Bears. No, okay,
Whoa!
I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
This guy throwing
Burn the
curveballs
burn
left
the
and right.
league.
Next thing you
Burn
know,
the
he's gonna
league.
say the Detroit Lions.
Justin Fields for MVP. Justin Fields.
Comeback player of the year, maybe.
I can't even say that with a straight
Come back
face.
and you didn't get hurt.
I can't even stra-
He's
I
still
can't even-
playing.
I can't even say that with a straight face. No, my number one is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And I guess my big reason why is Ricky kind of touched on this earlier, kind of stealing my thunder a little bit, inadvertently. But that team goes out there and plays like
Yeah.
they are the number 32 team in the league every week.
Heart, man.
And I respect the hell out of
Yeah,
it.
you.
Because they go out there and play like they haven't won a game all year, and if the Lions played with half the heart the Bills had,
Well, Lions play with a
I
whoa,
would say the
whoa,
Lions
hey,
play with
hey,
more.
hey,
I would say
hey,
the Lions
hey,
play with
hey,
more.
Hey, Lions play with a lot of heart.
You give the Lions Josh
And-
Allen
and-
this year, they're making a playoff run.
No, no.
And I'd like to say when he says play like a number 32 team, it does not mean play like the worst team in the league.
They play
It
like
means
they need to
playing
prove
like they have
something.
everything to prove.
Exactly.
no, and that's what I mean. They play like they
Yeah.
they play like they have everything to prove
Yeah.
and nothing to lose.
Yeah, because when you said that, it sounded like they play like the worst team in the
No,
league.
no,
They're my
that's not,
favorite.
no, that's not what I meant.
I
No,
know.
we know, we know.
If all the teams that were struggling, whether it's the Lions, the Jets, the Giants, whoever, played like the Bills went out and played, I think the NFL would be a very different place. But I think some guys, I think sadly in the NFL, I think a lot of guys just kind of sit back on their hands and go, well, I'm on a crap team. Here's what it is.
That's why I like college football.
But, well, yeah. But anyway, the Bills, that's kind of my big thing. I mean, they play with more heart than anybody.
Yeah.
And they have pieces to say we're the shit,
Yeah.
but you never
Absolutely.
see them act like that.
That's true. No,
Which
they're
is
very
like a
humble.
really big thing.
That's
'cause,
true.
Like, they have the pieces to be like, yeah, we're the baddest motherfuckers out here, but they never.
Well, they also haven't proved it.
They
proven
never
it yet.
play like that. And,
Well,
I respect the hell out of Josh Allen too. I'm not even a
Oh,
Bills fan.
he's
I like
awesome.
the Patriots, and I wouldn't even be opposed to getting a Josh Allen jersey. 'Cause
I don't
that
think
guy-
anybody. I think everybody likes Josh
Yeah,
Allen. You know,
that-
he's a good guy.
That guy just gives more effort than pretty much almost every.
And who
quarter-
doesn't love
pretty
those
much
Bill
every
fans,
quarterback in the
man?
league.
Those
Yeah,
Bills fans be jumping through tables.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
having
not.
a great
I'm
time.
not a Bills fan like that. Even though I have jumped through a table in the past. However, I'm not like that.
But right now, I'm definitely riding with the Bills at number one.
I like that.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I respect
confident
it.
that that's
I,
gonna
I
stick.
looking back, I definitely probably want to put the Bills on number 2, but yeah, it's whatever.
So,
So that was kind of our.
A
So
little
that's kind of
rundown.
the bottom, the top, and some things in between for our power rankings. Obviously, there's a lot of teams that we didn't even touch on, but like I said, we will eventually have these power rankings. Probably by the time this episode is up, there should
Yeah.
be some sort of power rankings on our Twitter at Blowing Smoke Pod that will give in detail all of, because we didn't even talk about teams like the Commanders or the Card. I don't even talk about Cardinals, but like we didn't talk about.
We didn't talk about a lot of teams.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams-
Dolphins.
yeah.
There's a lot of good
The
teams too
Dolphins, yeah.
that we could go on full length discussions about. Just looking at my list, the Dolphins could be one of them. But I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
got
yeah,
you got
but yeah.
a piece.
So
I'll
let us
look into
know.
our head.
Take a look at those power rankings on our Twitter. Leave some comments on Twitter or leave a comment on this video after you look at them, and let us know what you think about the rankings from all of us, and if there's anything you disagree with, agree with. Yeah, so that's kind of our power rankings, and I think we're going to transition into
A little bit of
some-
NBA
a little
talk.
bit of NBA
A
talk.
little bit of NBA talk.
We're
I don't
main-
do it much.
Actually, real quick, one
Yeah.
thing.
Sure.
Actually, one thing while we're on football, because this kind of transitions. So we put out a poll on our Twitter for our first video game tournament for the Blow and Smoke Cup or whatever the hell we decided to call it, and whatever we name it. And it was voted. There weren't a lot of votes, but still, it was voted for Madden to be our first game.
Ooh, okay.
Trent, you are coming in last.
Yes, he
first
is.
tournament.
Yes, he is.
You're coming in last. Oh, I know what we should
There
do.
could be a casual trend of
we
Trent
should
coming in
get
last.
we should get a metallic gold train whistle.
Oh, that would be cool. That
Ooh.
would be cool.
I mean, or we can see like metallic train whistle and spray paint it gold.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and
So,
then yeah,
well, so
I think
anyway,
it'd be
so
pretty
I
cool.
like that.
I thought about this before the show, but so if you like and comment on this video and you're following us on Twitter, you will be entered to play with us in our video game tournament and be the fourth person in our video game tournament.
Ooh,
So
Yeah.
one lucky subscriber.
One lucky subscriber is going to get an opportunity to come here to the cave and play Madden with us and be featured on the channel and play for the golden whistle or the trophy or whatever we name it.
Just heads up. I don't know if we have any viewers out of state, but we are in
Yeah, well,
Southeast
if you're in
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
so
But
Or have the funds to get
just
here.
in case for whatever reason we have reached somewhere that we don't know of.
If you're in
Yeah.
India, I will
But
help you
if
get
you-
over here if you really want to play us that bad.
but don't forget to like and comment
And
make
subscribe.
sure you're following us. Yeah, like, comment, and be subscribed and be following us on Twitter.
And lots of steps. You gotta click.
3 buttons.
Like 4 buttons. You gotta click
Yeah,
the like
4
button. You gotta
buttons.
click the subscribe. Just leave a comment. Whatever you want to say. I guess leave a comment with one thing that you liked about one comment on. Oh, call him.
I got you. Leave a comment on one video of your favorite moment from the podcast so far, and we'll pick out of those.
That's not what I was gonna say at all.
Okay, never mind.
But thank you. What I was gonna say is leave a comment on the video with one comment from each of our power rankings, something you agreed
Ooh.
with or disagreed with, because then that will force you to go to our Twitter, look at our power rankings, and then while you're there, just follow.
Okay.
You must be subscribed and following us on Twitter
At the minimum.
in order for your entry to be valid.
Yes.
Like,
So
who-
we will choose a winner once we have more than one applicant. 'Cause I'm sure we won't have very many.
Yeah, if you're one of the 2 applicants, you have a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, so
I
we will-
mean,
we
why
will-
not, right?
I don't
You're
know.
included,
We have no idea when this
so-
episode's going up, but we'll put the episode up, and we'll say after I don't know, like 3 days, we'll pick one.
We'll put the rules in the
We'll wire this
description on the
out
video.
more.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
This
sure, everyone
is something new. I didn't even know Trent was gonna say this, but we'll figure it out. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe,
We
follow us
got
on
some
Twitter,
fun stuff planned for you guys.
and we
Yeah.
we want to get one of you guys in
We'll-
here to help us.
We'll post the official steps in the description of the video because I'm sure everyone's pissed off
confused as
listening to
fuck
this 5
right
minute
now.
mumbo jumbo. of
Man.
how
Yeah,
much
the amount of
Magic
times we
has
said
done.
like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter in the last
You
5
probably
minutes.
aren't even watching
We're
anymore,
really
I don't blame
sorry.
you.
Yeah, you probably heard that so many times you wanted to jump off a bridge. Anyway,
Okay, moving on.
All right, so
Thank
going into a
you for
little
listening to us.
basketball talk after our fucking spiel. So, basketball, man, wow. Okay, the 76ers. I mean, James Harden and Joel Embiid are looking like Kobe and Shaq in the prime, and it's scary how dominant that them two are together. Just
who are your guys's?
Pistons.
You didn't even ask your question.
Who are your?
Pistons are 2-1.
Let me ask the question.
Pistons are 2-1
Ricky.
since the All Star break. The Pistons.
Ricky, you're killing
They're
me.
actually
Let
playing
me
right
ask
now. I'm gonna check the
question.
score. Hold on.
Who are your guys's? Let's say, I think the West is kind of known. Who's gonna?
All right, so the Pistons are probably gonna lose this game. So 2-2 since the All-Star.
Okay, so I think the West is kind of known at this point as to who's gonna do that. But
Who do you think it's gonna be?
the Suns,
No.
they're up by 6 games.
I don't think the Suns are gonna last
Are,
the
are,
playoffs.
are we asking who's going to the finals or who's going to finish number
I'm
one?
not saying,
Oh, finish
no.
number 1?
Anyway,
My
no,
bad.
Let's talk about the East because everyone in the dude.
The
in
East is
well,
fun.
in the East,
is
there's
fun.
like 6 teams
Yes.
within 6 games
It's
to number
fun.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Who do
And
you,
I think
who are your top 2 in the East? No particular order. Who do you think the top 2 seeds?
I'm trying
will
to
be?
think if it's either tonight or tomorrow night that the Heat and Bulls are playing each other.
They already played last night.
Who won?
The Heat beat the Bulls.
Wow.
That makes sense. I want to say before the season started, I was really hype on the Bulls
I
train.
still am hype on the Bulls.
The
train.
Balzac is real. The Balzac is
How
real.
about
Dude,
DeMar
what about the GOAT
DeRozan?
Corso?
Alex
But
Caruso?
he's not part of the name. But like he's good too. But I don't know. Like the amount of Bulls fans I've seen just be like, "Oh, the Bulls are winning the finals." I'm
I
like,
don't know about that.
it's really like giving me a sour taste in my mouth that they have like one good year since
86,
since
96.
since D Rose played And you know,
No, I agree.
I don't know. I feel like Bulls fans being really toxic right now.
yeah.
But however,
It-
I
it is
really
Chicago,
big
so-
on the Balzac,
Shut up, Roland.
and
Shut
I
up.
think the reason I was big on him because it sounded funny. Because the Balzac is hilarious. But
I mean, DeMar DeRozan's having I think he should win MVP.
yeah, he's definitely
As of
top
right now.
top 3, I'd say.
Well,
Um,
so my thing is like I'm not even like a huge basketball fan, so I just kind of inadvertently support the Bulls. And,
That's fair because
Fair
you're a
enough.
Chicago
You-
guy. Yeah,
yeah.
Chicago guy.
yeah, I'm a
Blackhawks
Chicago fan in
and-
general, so I guess I just kind of root for the Bulls.
Yeah.
You know,
Top
whatever.
2 in the East. Give me Philadelphia now.
Yep.
And give me the Heat.
Yeah, I guess if I had to make it official on video, the Bulls are my NBA team. I'm not really a fan.
Heat and Sixers are probably the top 2 in the East.
I'd go the Sixers, and then I can't not say the Nets. I don't like them necessarily. But
Is Ben Simmons actually gonna play?
Once
We'll
Ben
see.
Simmons plays, Kevin Durant, if they can get Kyrie on the court, oh my God, that is gonna
Yeah,
be.
the Kyrie crap's kind of not even their fault. But they're
It's
getting
not.
totally burnt.
That's political government bullshit. But you get Kyrie
We don't
back
talk
on the
about that
court. You give Kevin Durant the basketball, and you let him win you a championship. Honestly.
Well, crap, Ricky. I'm not trying to tell you, but
Are you taking the Sixers and the Heat?
yeah, this dude Harden's actually happy. When
Yeah.
Harden's happy, he plays.
Yes.
But I think and I'm gonna give a little bit of a out there take here a little bit.
Ooh.
Don't you dare say like the Magic,
No, what? They're
The Wizards.
They're worse than
The
the
Hawks.
Pistons.
the Wizards.
The Hawks.
No, so actually I think my number 3 seed is gonna be Boston.
I don't hate that.
I don't think it's a hot take. I
The,
think
the
I don't hate
Celtics.
that.
I think
they
they're
were
like fifth.
they were on a
Fifth or
9-game
sixth.
run going
Yeah,
to the All Star
Tatum's
break.
going
They're like,
crazy.
But
they're
I'd like to
fifth or
point out the
sixth.
fact that game before the All Star break, they played the Pistons and
Lost.
they lost.
But no, but,
They
dude, what
lost
I'm
to the
saying is,
Pistons on a 9-game win streak.
what I'm saying is,
Pistons to the finals.
shut Ricky. They're in 14th.
Anything could happen.
There's still half season left, man.
Oh, dude, there's no way.
That probably not. But next 3 years, they're making it past first round of the playoffs. Calling right now.
I want them to get Bronny.
Well, so I guess
Bronny
it's
and
not-
LeBron
I guess it's not
and
a hot
Cade.
take, but I'm actually gonna push the Bulls down because I'm a Bulls fan now, and I'm actually gonna say the Bulls are gonna be a 4th or 5th seed.
I think the reason why they do is because they just have injuries right now.
Yeah, dude, the NBA is all about being healthy.
Yep.
1,000 a million.
Even
most
more
percent.
than
important
the
thing
NHL
in the
or
NBA.
NFL, excuse me.
Is being healthy.
Yeah.
And the Bulls are so injured and tattered.
Well,
right
especially because in basketball, one guy can win you anything.
yeah.
Like one
Dude,
guy.
There's only 5 players in the court at one
now.
time.
That has been proven in the history of the NBA that if you have 1 or 2 good starters,
Minimal,
or like the
yeah.
Warriors where you
Yep.
have like 4,
Hey,
You're-
I would say they were better before they had
you're-
KD, but that's
but
just me.
you're unstoppable in basketball. You get 2 or 3 good
Yep.
starters
You build that super
that
team.
stay healthy. That's
Yep.
all it takes.
Now this might be a hot take because I know I've been a Warriors fan for a long time, and
Are we moving to the West?
Sure.
I think so. I think we covered.
Don't you
the
dare say
East.
the Warriors are 1 or 2.
They're number 2 right now. They literally are.
Curry's
second
playing
in the
pretty
West.
bad
They're-
right now.
They're literally number 2 right now. And Curry, in
Oh,
my
like
opinion,
they're like actual number 2?
yeah, they're actually
Oh,
number
okay.
2 right now. And what's his name? Clay's been back for like a month. Wiseman's hurt. Like they once their entire team comes back, they're looking like a 2016 Warriors team. Not as good, obviously. I'm not gonna say that.
Hey,
But-
can we just reflect that the Warriors got James Wiseman at number 1?
Yeah,
Like a couple years ago, they were
Yeah.
at number 1 pick.
and they're number 2 in the division again. I don't
It's
know
crazy.
what the hell's in the water over there because California is a fucking crazy place. But for the Warriors
of
to
acid
be able
rain.
to get KD and go on that run and then get the number 1 pick and then be right back with just as stacked of a bench and still have Curry and Clay, it's immaculate. Like Steve Kerr and that front office they're masters. They're so good. And I could just never count them out.
I guess I'll give more of a hot take in the West, and this is due to the play-in because of the play-in tournament.
I
If the
don't like
play-in
the
tournament wasn't a thing,
Yeah.
there was no way in hell this would be going down.
You
But-
say like some like 8 seed's gonna make the finals or something like that.
No. So I think that the Spurs, who are currently 12th, get in at number 10.
I mean, that's not necessarily.
I think
I
they
mean,
sneak,
that's
I think
not-
they sneak in by the end of the year.
I thought you were say like they're like gonna like go.
Yeah, I thought they were
I'm
going
like,
to
no,
run
no,
or
no.
something.
I'm
Spurs
just
are
saying-
not good.
I'm
No.
just saying I think they
It's
get
so sad though.
I'm just saying I think they get a berth.
You know what I'm kind of excited to see
They
is
missed.
what
They missed it last year, I think.
they
Barely.
did. I'm,
Yeah, they missed it for the first time in like
in like Pop's career.
it was like a Red Wings thing when
yeah,
they missed
the
it that
first time
first
in like
time.
20 years.
Yeah,
And so in the West, give me the Clips. I love the Clips. I've also been a big Clips fan.
Top 2
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
without Kawhi.
Yeah.
Is he still hurt?
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Paul George is a
Even I
bum.
know that.
I did not know that.
I've never seen a player worse.
When
like,
did he
Paul
get hurt?
George is so crazy.
Even I know he's out.
Yeah.
When did he get hurt?
Like week 1 of the season.
No, for real?
He's been out like the entire time.
Maybe I learned that when it happened and I just kind of forgot about
That
it.
happened.
Maybe not. Maybe
We'll
the
let you
Clips
take that one
I mean,
back.
I don't know. I just like the Clips.
Yeah, no, they're a fun
Paul
team.
George, Luke Kennard's my favorite player in the league.
I'm gonna go home now.
He is. I mean, I did not say he's the best player.
Oh, yeah,
I said he's.
Fair enough. Fair
He
enough.
is my favorite.
Fair enough.
He's my favorite player in the league. I message him on Instagram like almost every day.
Did he respond? Has he
He
responded?
never responded to me. I was just
Fucking
asking him to
asshole.
come.
Luke, bro.
No, don't,
Come on. Come on.
Hey, the day I get a response, the day I will die happy. I don't know if because my account's private, he can't see the messages. Or...
Oh, you might, I think that's
Okay,
it right there, Ricky. I think
Anyways,
we've got a
Luke
little
Kennard,
logistics
please
issue.
just respond to one of my DMs. They're not. They're like 50% of them are just please come back to Detroit, and 20% of them are like
I thought you wanted Detroit to win though.
they win. I want him to come back. 50% to come back. The other 50% is me praising him because he's so good. Anyways, so top 2 seeds in the West. Luke Kennard, please follow me back on. Do something. Respond to me somehow. Get to me.
Just know I exist, please.
Yeah, just acknowledge my existence and I'll be happy. Anyways, top two in the West. I don't even know who the standings look like. I like the Suns a lot. I like Chris Paul.
Yeah, they're the one right now.
Give me the Suns
Yeah.
and give me.
Is Dallas in the West? I just
Yeah, they are. I was gonna say give me.
number 8 though.
Yeah.
Give me. Who else is? I don't know.
As we can see, our
All right,
basketball
Ricky,
knowledge
Ricky,
is
think
not
about it for a
as
second. I'll spit mine
Yeah,
out
I'll
real
think
quick.
about it.
Yeah, let's
Give
go
me
with
mine.
that.
So
I'm gonna
mine,
look at the.
they're number 1 right now. The
Suns. Nope.
I think the Suns are just as good as last year. But my number 2, the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I don't hate that.
I think the Nuggets are good enough to ride up to number 2, but do they like hold number 2?
Okay, so here's the standings right now. Since I
Give
got
me
it in
Memphis.
Memphis.
I like that. Ja's going.
Grizzlies.
No, can we just? No, we're 1 second. This
Give
is
me-
a
give me
Ja
Memphis.
Morant jerk off. Just for give me 30
Nah, I'm
seconds.
jerking them off. You can do
Ja
that.
Morant jerk off right here.
30
Give me
seconds.
this man.
That's all it takes.
This man right here, I am quick with it. All right, let me tell you right now. This man, Ja Morant, is doing things that I don't think we thought we were gonna see
Hey,
out of a player
dropped 52 last night, right?
since Derrick Rose. And if his knees can stay intact, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Ja Morant in the next 3 years is gonna be better than D Rose ever could have been. I'm gonna say it right now. If he can stay healthy, Ja Morant, best point guard in the league, probably.
Whoa,
Not best point guard in the league.
doggy.
I'm
You
talking
know-
shit. Steph Curry's my boy.
You know,
But-
there's gonna be one point in the show where I'm going to.
I'm gonna get slapped. I'm gonna get fucking slapped.
I'm gonna take off my headphones and I'm gonna walk off and not come back for the rest of the show.
I would just like to
That,
see Derrick Rose
So
hit a
far, within
45
our
foot
very
shot.
limited 5-episode tenure, that was one of the moments where I literally almost just walked off. I almost just
walked off.
left. You guys would have heard me walk up the stairs, squeak of the stairs. You probably would have heard the door on the way out. One of these episodes, I'm going to leave. And just heads up, it's going to happen one of these days. There's going to be an episode where I'm going to hear something that is so out of left field. This comes from the guy that said that Tom Brady needs to come to the Lions and win the Super Bowl.
If Roland pushes you to that point and I don't, I
So,
am so shocked.
Heads up to our audience if you're watching this episode right now. I will confirm some point in this series, no matter when it happens, there will be a time where I will get up and leave, and I will not be back for this episode. I'll honk my horn on the way, driving past. I'm gone, and I'm sorry if you were looking forward to what I had to say about that take. If the take's so outrageous, we're on a tangent right now. I will be gone.
I'm just saying, man. I'm watching Ja,
I don't want to use that
man.
trump card right now because I think there's a lot worse that would happen.
Jesus, Ricky.
But
Wow,
I don't know.
this
I
got,
think
like,
Derrick
serious.
Rose. He's like
it's
obviously.
not serious. I'm just giving you a heads up.
He's just making us aware. I think with Derrick Rose,
It's
though,
more
like, we
giving them
all-
a heads up because like they like maybe try to wait for when I come back, but I will not come back.
He won't be coming back. We know now.
Finish
I think
the episode.
With Derrick Rose, I mean, like
I look
we
forward to
all
watching
love
the rest
Derrick
There's just
Rose,
gonna be 10
right?
minutes of us waiting for Ricky
Like,
to come back and be like, I don't think he's coming back.
We all love Derrick Rose. Obviously, he was all of our childhood. But I think we have to come to the realization is that motherfucker was fragile, and like extremely fragile. I mean, like glass knees. Like it's just insane how fragile this man
But,
was.
dude,
And then Ja's coming out doing the same stuff at almost a higher level.
But dude, you see posts on like Instagram or Twitter or social media or whatever. Like if you could take injuries away from one person's career, and if you took injuries away from Derrick Rose,
Yeah, he would be looking like Ja Morant right now, probably.
Dude, top,
That was a joke.
top 20 player all time.
Top 10.
Top
5.
I didn't
Top
want to
five
push
player,
top 10.
Top 5 player all time, D Rose.
If
I
you
didn't want you to
no
walk
injuries,
out, Ricky.
No
I didn't want to
injuries,
piss you off that bad.
Well, cause
no injuries, I give him top 5.
I can name 5 centers right now that he wouldn't get over.
But
That doesn't matter though.
But like, no, there's no. I could name 20 players right now that all of you would be like, fair enough, he's better than D Rose.
well, I mean, you can't.
Without if he played
But like
20 more years.
But like
you know?
you can't like.
Well, if you're talking about like the guys on like that bullshit NBA 75 team, that's one thing.
Not at all. Not at all. But like you have top 5.
But like we'll never
people got,
know.
like-
We'll never know.
But was like, is D Rose like a
We'll never
drive to the paint,
Oh yeah.
That's all he did.
bury it?
He
guy?
barely shot.
Oh yeah. He was
I mean,
jamming.
and he has
Ivory.
developed he has developed into a very good facilitator now.
Yeah.
He is grown into a shooting role now. He's
Where
shooting.
is he at?
I couldn't even. He might be on the Knicks.
Knicks?
still.
I was just saying because I feel
But I
like
think he got traded.
I was
I'm
just
not
saying
sure.
I feel like he
Knicks?
shoots. I
But-
feel like he shoots a lot more.
Yeah, he
does.
does because
When-
he
when
can't
he-
fucking jump.
Yeah. It's same thing with
I was
Michael.
saying he can't jump.
Similar situation like Michael Jordan when he came out of retirement.
Yeah.
He was only shooting.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Wizard.
He was not. He was not.
But so I didn't even say my West picks, but it's the
Golden State.
It's the Golden State and the Grizzlies. I think both will be able to surpass the Suns in a playoff series.
Oh.
Because I don't
Says-
CP3 or Devin Booker.
Wait. Did you say Golden State and the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they're two
so he
and
has
three- they're
this
two- they're
Phoenix
2 and 3
dropping
right
to
now.
number 3
Yeah.
or lower.
Phoenix at 3.
Yeah.
Or lower.
Yeah. No, I'd say at 3 probably. They're better than the Jazz,
I don't
Nuggets,
hate it.
and Mavericks.
I don't hate it.
But you know what I want to see? I want to see Cat. I want to see the Timberwolves do good just for Cat's sake. He's one of my favorite players, but it's
All
not
right.
gonna happen.
So is that it for we got for basketball?
I think that's
Yeah, I
it.
think
I
for the
mean,
most
it's
part.
it's
I'm
been
sure-
a crazy NBA season.
I'm
though.
sure something new is gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're
Alright.
closing in on the playoffs. For the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, we're in the back half of the season.
hmm
Yeah, we're closing in.
Yeah, like what? 2 months left?
Couple, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So MLB Lockout. I have no idea
Yeah.
what's going on. I mean,
I
I
don't
know they're
either.
not playing. I know the players aren't getting what they want, and that's why they're not playing. But as far as like stuff,
Yeah.
I guess you should
People
touch on
probably
it
won't
for
want to hear my opinion on it, so we'll just let Trent talk.
yeah, I don't even know what to say. So
Trent's minute.
Yeah, this is
it's
the
Trent time.
minute.
Trent time.
I don't know why I keep getting a lot of notifications about it and hearing about it. I guess the gist of what I've heard from it is they want the minimum salary increase and they agreed to that. But there's luxury tax issues, which is the stupidest thing on earth.
Agreed.
That is the stupidest thing in pro sports. You have a salary cap, but then you let teams pay over it.
It's weird. It's so
Then
weird.
why do you even have a cap?
Exactly.
I don't even know.
What's the point?
What are you talking about?
But-
Isn't in the MLB too, like each team is basically like whatever the team makes, they can pay their players or whatever. Like, isn't it different for each team?
I'm not sure how the luxury tax works. Like, I don't know if it's like if you go $1 million over the cap, you pay $100,000.
No, but I think it's like how much revenue the team brings in is what they're allowed to.
I have no
like,
idea.
It's weird.
Well,
the MLB is
no
very
clue.
odd how
the
they handle
weird thing
their money.
is like you get teams like the Yankees and like Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
You can spend $200 million a year on payroll, and then you get teams like
The Marlins.
not to pick on the Oakland A's or anything,
but the Oakland
but
A's.
like the Oakland A's who
Moneyball.
only spend like
I know that
$35
movie.
million a year.
Oh, yeah.
Moneyball. I know that.
Yeah. Well, dude, did you actually see Derek Jeter step down as
Yeah.
I did see
CEO
that.
of
That's
the Marlins?
crazy.
That's because I don't. That's the reason I did see that because I do not follow baseball at all.
I read a quick thing that said that his vision for the club isn't the same as the.
Is it bad that I don't even remember who won the World Series last year?
I couldn't tell you. You know what's
Was it-
always my thing?
Oh yeah. The
Oh yeah, I was
Braves.
in Atlanta when they won, and I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I was literally there.
I literally don't know who wins. I always just think it's the
They beat the
Yeah.
cheater Astros.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
All I can think of is just whenever I'm like, oh, probably the Cubs, right? They won recently, and
Yeah,
that's a
well,
big deal.
the Cubs.
Our local Detroit Tigers were scheduled to play the Chicago White Sox on opening day, but after 5 p.m. today, that will not be happening.
Yeah, well, who knows? I don't honestly. I know this is like sounds like really like rude, but like I don't watch baseball, so I don't really care.
No, fair enough. I think baseball's the only like.
I've been to like.
obviously-
Uh,
It's fun to
always
play,
It's
it's
always
fun to go
like
to.
go to like a game
Yeah,
or two.
exactly.
But
It's exciting when it's something good, but I don't know. I'm a physical guy. It's not very
I think it
physical.
almost-
I like
I think-
playing it, but
I think it'd almost be better like now that this lockout's happening and they're trimming games. I feel like people are gonna like that.
yeah, I
yeah,
think a
because,
shorter
because like the
season-
162
Holy,
games,
it's so
it's just.
long. Yeah.
I just.
And you know what's
And
kinda
I feel like
funny?
it's always on. I feel like there's 162 games. There's
always a
all the
baseball game on,
teams,
yeah.
and then like
dude.
every team plays in a certain amount of. So I feel like just from like
Any
noon to like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. There's just a baseball game
Yeah,
on.
Any given Saturday or Sunday for that part during the summer, you turn on the TV, odds are you're gonna get like daytime baseball.
Exactly.
I feel like no
And they
matter
have so
when you
many
look at
minor
TV,
league teams,
past like noon.
Baseball is the craziest shit. Each team has they're almost like hockey. They're worse than hockey, I think, actually, with their farm teams, aren't they?
Oh God, dude.
Yeah, don't
Hockey,
they have
you're only allowed to have like one.
Yeah.
I think two now because they adopted like the ECHL or whatever. But,
Right.
Like, dude, pro baseball.
It's
I think the Pittsburgh
insane.
Pirates have like 14 minor league teams.
Right? What
And
the
I'm sure
fuck?
someone's gonna correct us in the comments.
For
'cause
sure.
They
I don't know.
We exaggerate.
If
That's what
if you
we're
put like
humans.
they
We're
all
human. We
Pittsburgh
got-
only has like 4 teams, I'd believe you.
Yeah, they restructured like
Recently,
the
I know
minor
that.
league team thing.
because Trent told me about it. That's the only reason I know.
Yeah, because there's teams that have like 20 minor league associations. Like, yeah,
It's
they have
so
some team
crazy.
in like the middle of the Dominican Republic.
All I know
Yeah,
is that the Mudhens.
Yeah.
I root for them or something.
Yeah.
Right?
But I don't know. I guess the lockout. I don't know why baseball always struggles so much with like. I feel like you don't hear about this in any other sport very much. Maybe hockey a little bit, but I don't know why baseball is such a struggle money wise.
It is weird. It happens in
I have
football.
no
rarely.
idea.
I have a question.
I feel like you never hear any hiccups in the NFL.
No, right, exactly. Unless it's like a Le'Veon Bell situation.
Well, no, I mean like with the union negotiations.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, are they? I'm not even sure. But I got a question for you guys. So like, you always see like Derek Jeter, for instance, played the majority, if not all, I'm not sure, but with the Yankees.
He was
right?
a Yankee for his whole career.
Was he
I know
okay?
that, yeah.
There you go. Okay, but then he
Big
goes
Poppy.
and goes and doesn't like. Obviously not coach, but he's not like a GM or a CEO. He doesn't go back to the Yankees organization, and you see that a lot in sports. Like Michael Jordan, when the fuck was he affiliated with?
Well,
the Hornets.
you
know, like it's
So
a
for
weird
Dieter-
loyalty
for
thing.
Dieter-
What are you
for
talking about? Like guys not
for-
going back to their team?
Yeah, like
For-
you would think
for
Michael
Jeter
Jordan
and
would wanna
Jordan-
go be a Bulls guy.
in the Hornet. So, from what I know,
That's
Michael Jordan, the reason why he's the owner, right?
I think he's
Owner of
Yeah,
the.
he is. Oh, yeah,
So
he
the
Yeah.
reason why he bought the team is because it was a new team, and Jordan had money. So he said, "Let's just buy a franchise." Same thing
Fair
with
enough.
I
Fair
think
enough.
the
That
Marlins
makes
were going on the market,
Well, I remember.
and when these athletes see opportunity, they just kind of like, "All right, I'll just put my stake in."
Well, I
Fair enough.
remember
No,
the
that's fair.
NBA owned the Hornets for
Yeah,
a minute. 'cause
exactly.
They couldn't find a buyer or something like that.
And then Jordan bought 'em.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Well, that was my
Well,
mistake, because I was just
Because
unaware
they
of
weren't.
the
It was a new
situation.
team.
For sure.
They weren't worth a lot, and because it used to be the New Orleans Hornets,
yep.
and then they changed to the Pelicans, and they expand, and then
Yep.
the Hornets moved to New Orleans, and became the Pelicans, and then
A team moved.
the
Charlotte.
Charlotte team stayed
It was
there.
the Charlotte Bobcats changed to the.
Yeah, and then same thing with the Browns moved.
Used to be Baltimore.
Well, the Browns were the Browns. They moved to Baltimore,
Yeah.
changed to Baltimore, but they kept another team as the Browns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so actually,
Okay, that makes
in
sense.
hockey, we really need to bring more hockey in this. But anyway,
I don't know.
I know a little bit about hockey.
I know nothing.
Yeah, well, we're all might know. Yeah,
I know a
But
little
anyway,
bit about hockey.
That's for another show. but,
Eiserman for
Eiserman.
the Hall of Fame or something.
Eiserman's the general
Yeah,
manager
he's back.
Of the
Red
Wings.
Wings.
Yeah.
And Nicholas Lidstrom is like
Yes.
the VP of hockey
That's the shit I'm
operations.
talking about. Like that.
Yeah,
Like
that-
talk
that-
about morale, right?
That's a, well. So here's my thing. I get what you're saying about players maybe not going back and buying the team that they play
And not
for.
even buying, just like
Or
because like go
working
coach.
for
Or,
'em.
yeah, exactly.
Because like the thing is with like buying, dude,
That's
Derek
expensive.
Jeter's not buying the
no,
Yankees
fuck
from
no.
Steinberg.
No one's buying the Yankees.
It'd be
Yeah,
like
no.
Jay Cutler coming back to buy the Bears from the Dallas family.
No, fair enough.
No,
right,
no.
obviously. I'm
You
not
know,
saying
It's
buy a
kind of
team,
where
but
they can
work
get
for
it, like 'cause
Yeah, that makes
they
sense.
can get
an opening.
That makes sense. I was unaware of the technicalities to it,
Yeah.
but like it's weird when you see like guys who played for like just for an example, like Steve Kerr, he's the Warriors head coach now, but you know most of his success was on the Bulls.
I feel
Why
like
wouldn't he want to bring his
I feel like long-term team loyalty is definitely a dissipating
Yeah.
thing.
it's really sad, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big of a thing anymore. But
You want to touch on anything else? Or
I don't know. I think that pretty much wraps it up.
I think we're pretty straight and narrow here.
yeah,
So-
well, it was a good short guy.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us for episode
Yeah.
5.
It was
Episode
kind of
big-
a ramble
big-
sesh,
the big
but it was a
fiver.
fun one.
Don't forget to look below in the description for how to enter into the Madden contest.
Yeah.
You can play
Yeah.
us 3 in Madden and maybe possibly beat us.
Yeah, probably will.
Probably, honestly, I'm shit.
Make sure to check below in the description to see how to enter. And other than that, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks
Have
for
a good
Yeah,
night, guys.
next week should be Roland will be in Hawaii.
Yeah,
So we're thinking about it. Probably would work doing a Zoom episode
yeah.
where
Might
all
have
3 of
some
us are on
beach.
Zoom, and we'll do something. I don't know. We have no
It'll be
idea.
fun. We'll have a little. It
We'll,
might not be.
we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
If not, then me and Trent might just hop on for an episode or two. While
We take a
Roland
little hiatus.
a little hiatus, and yeah.
Well, maybe we'll bring in a guest.
Ooh, I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
or yeah, I guess too. That
Maybe
would
we'll bring in a guest host or something for
Start
an
bringing in
episode
the
or two.
guests. Yeah, 'cause we should do that more.
We'll kind of talk about it and see what happens.
All right. Well,
Okay.
anyways,
Well-
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, get in that giveaway or not giveaway, the contest,
Yeah,
and
and make sure also to comment if any suggestions you guys got to make the podcast a little bit more streamlined. Obviously, we're a bunch of idiots up here
I
rambling
have no
on.
idea what we're talking
But
about.
if there's anything you guys want to see or anything in particular,
yeah,
shoot
yeah.
us a comment.
Any, we're
we're
kind
down for
of
anything.
we're kind of just going as we please with the episodes. We're
Yeah.
kind of coming up with the episode like the day before or whatever. So if you have some suggestions for an episode, that would really help us actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget to drop your suggestions below, or however, if you want to DM us on Twitter or however you want to leave your suggestions, we really appreciate it. We're just trying to kind of keep this thing moving. And,
Yeah, we're doing pretty good right now, I
Yeah.
think.
so
Alright.
other than that,
Yeah, I think
thanks
everyone-
everybody, and have a good night out there. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
See you next time.